Let's go.
It's been 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our anniversary AMA. I don't even want to call it an AMA. It's more or less going to just be a hangout. At this point, the people that are participating have been here for a very long time and, in a way, are considered family. Um, I do have some ideas that I ran across people before the recording went live. We'll talk a little bit more about it today, but I want to talk a lot more about it on Tuesday during the official AMA. Firstly, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody who celebrates it. If you don't celebrate it, happy holidays for whatever you do celebrate. Um, I just want to hope everybody had a wonderful year. Obviously, it was a tough year in terms of how the market was in the beginning, but now things have been shifting into a positive momentum. Hopefully, crypto and hopefully everybody in their profession or whatever you guys do have a extremely bullish, positive year in 2024. I have high hopes for 2024. Like I said, we have a big plan for some of the things that we want to accomplish. Starting off, you know what? I'll start talking about it here again while we're live. And for anybody who didn't get a chance to listen in the beginning, I've gotten this idea, guys, and this is just a discussion right now that we're having with our people during the anniversary AMA. I'm gonna talk more about this on Tuesday, but this week it hit my head. Right, I was just skimming through some of our work, and I was catching up on a few things and just tweaking something here and there. And it hit my head. I said, hey, we have 1,848 ShibaArmy NFTs left that have been not minted yet, right? We've minted out over 18,000. There's 1,800 left. Now, it hit my head and I said, hey, why don't we do a campaign with the rest of the 1,848 that are left? If we're able to mint out the remainder of the 1,848, we'd be able to put $500,000 into gold, right? So we'd be able to buy a $500,000 bag of gold. Whether we keep it, burn it, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's going to be bought. Once that's bought, it would put the market cap at 44 to $50 million market cap. I have to look at the math again exactly, but the minimum that it would put it to is 44 million. It would trigger our $1 million burn. So we'd, on top of the $44 million market cap, we'd burn a additional $1 million worth of the gold token. Now, after that, I have to even completely do the math to see what the market cap would be at. I don't know what the hell the market cap would be at after we do that. And then on top of all of that, we would introduce the gold token into the next season of Warzone, so people would be able to earn gold token on top of everything else that they earn in the Warzone. So that's another catalyst. And then another catalyst that would come out of this would be we would have a pretty hefty amount of marketing dollars to be able to push the entire ecosystem, right? And then another thing that we want to kind of like ice the cake off with is anybody who mints from pretty much now to the end would get multipliers on their NFTs, right? So the first 1,000 would get a 2x multiplier. The next 800 after that would get a 3.5x multiplier, and the final 48 would get a 10x multiplier. And that would be on all rewards, not just for gold or anything. That would be all Warzone rewards. And then on top of that, there's another $100,000 that we're going to be giving away to somebody who mints the Vitalik NFT. So on top of one small campaign, there's so much to benefit from. I think we're going to be able to pull it off in a way, because there's just so much value to be brought to the table by just minting out 1,800 NFTs, which is 10% of what we've already minted out in total throughout Doge Army, Shiba Army. And if you really realistically count the ShibaDoge Army, then that percentage goes down even less. But just we'll keep that aside for now. I think this is going to be able to really catapult us into another realm if we're able to pull it off, man. And it'll really change the game. Like we'll really have a lot of ammo in the back end to push this. But we'll talk more about it on Tuesday, like I said during the official AMA. I do want to start putting together the campaign for it, but like I said, pretty much everybody on our team is kind of off for the holidays, so it's going to be tough for me to do anything today or tomorrow. But come Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll already have a lot of art assets out and start pushing this. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the idea? Do you guys just, I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Like the idea. Also, don't forget you still have the second one of one, so still also 5K to give away.
Yeah. Whoever mints the one of one is obviously going to be. They don't win 5K. They win 100 grand for the.
Yeah, there are two left.
Oh yeah. The other one of one. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Of course. So that's a $5,000 prize right there as well. What I can do, and if this is something that we'll have a vote on with I guess the majority of the community, what we could do is for the 100K prize, we could make it in a way where it's like, all right, instead of the guy who mints the Vitalik wins 100K, we could do something like the guy who mints the Vitalik will win 50K, and the 5 people that minted behind him would win 10K each, right? So it's like you were that close to minting that one, but you didn't, but you still get rewarded for it. So that, I don't know, that's a pretty good idea as well. But I do think like there's something massive about one guy winning 100 grand, but then again, it's kind of like, all right, if you were close, if you were 5 away, then you still win 10 grand. That's like still massive, right?
Bro, 50 grand is massive, man. You guys are rich. That's the issue, You guys are too rich, bro. You don't like for people like majority of us here. 50 grand is flipping a lot of money, man. Like a lot.
No, yeah. I mean, don't look at me like I don't think 100 grand is a lot of money, man. I still. I understand. I understand 100 grand is, to me, like I'll be able to take a loss and not be able to, like, if I like, let's just put it like this: if I lost $100,000 today, I'd be pissed. But if, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's still a lot of money, man. Like I'm not gonna be the one to say.
Grand, bro, I'll be dead.
See, that's the difference. I'd be pissed, you'd be dead.
Exactly, bro. I'll be dead, bro.
Yeah. Oh man.
Me, bro. If I lost a couple of grand, I'm dead, bro. So yeah, like 50K, bro, is for anybody really. If they're not rich, bro, like for the regular person, 50K is a lot of money, and then behind that,
yeah, it's life changing, man.
Yeah, bro, and like then you're giving 10K to each person behind that. Even 10K is a lot of money for an individual.
Of course, man. Of course, bro. I mean, it's life changing, bro. If you really think about it, like, growing up, I used to watch the game shows a lot with my grandparents, and people used to win like 10K or 5K or whatever on a game show, and they, in the interviews, they would say, "Oh, this changed my life forever." And if you really think about it, 50 grand can really change the trajectory of someone's life. That's for sure.
Yeah, bro. It's just that 10 grand you can reinvest it into the ecosystem, and that 10K can become $1 million. So that's what I would do. Even if you don't
reinvest it in anything, even if you just decide, hey, like that's 10 grand that fell out of the sky into my pocket, and I'm gonna use it to buy something that I've always wanted, or pay off one of my loans or credit cards or something. Like, it could really change someone's life. That's for sure.
Exactly. It's a good idea, man. It's a good idea. Everything that you mentioned from the for the gold token, especially like everything that you just mentioned, is bullish, man. Like it makes sense. Even deploying the NFTs, and you're saying adding gold token to that, which would make a lot of the NFT people happy, like us. Like
Yeah,
bullish.
and look, it's pretty doable, right? Because if you break it down, it comes down to 1,850 NFTs, or 18,048. So if one person if each person mints one, that's 1,848 people that will need. If there are people who are going to mint two, for example, that brings that number down to half. If we put a massive campaign towards it and kind of like incentivize things a little bit, I think we could pull this off like pretty quickly. I do think the campaign needs to be strong. I do think think of it like a community contribution type thing as well, right? It's like if we get 900 people to buy on the chart, it won't make as big of a difference as this will, because this guarantees us buying $500,000 on the chart over the course of a week, right? We're not going to do it immediately, or a week or two or whatever. We're not going to do it immediately so that people just don't use it as exit liquidity, and obviously that'll trigger a bunch of MEV bots to try to drain the liquidity as well. So we do it over the course of 14, 15 days, something like that, whatever it takes. And then on top of that, it gives the entire ecosystem a pretty hefty amount of funds to be able to market, build, do all this crazy stuff within the bull. So realistically, if 1,800 people bought on the chart, I don't think that it would be as beneficial as this, because this guarantees a $40+ million market cap. It guarantees it. Because if you just look at the math, and if you find that sheet that I shared, the math sheet that I shared a few weeks ago, and you kind of plug in the numbers, you'll see that it takes us close to $50 million. So realistically, anybody who's a gold holder is going to benefit immensely. Anybody who's a ShibaDoge holder, anybody who's a Burn holder, everybody's going to benefit immensely from it. So realistically, I think if the community comes together and mince them out, I think it's going to be the thing that really pushes it to the next level, short term, right? That's something that we can short term do and take us to a brand new level, rather than kind of have to wait on the organic things to come and play.
Yeah, guys. Does anyone want to say anything on this, or just come up on mute and speak? Yeah, I mean, we just gotta be careful with like you said, the exit liquidity, because we don't know, people come in hearing the bullish news, and next thing you know, they just got one intention, once it pumps, they're gonna dump. So we just gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why it wouldn't make any sense for us to do that in one shot. It would need to be over a course of however long it is, right? Whether it's a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. But yeah, man,
you gotta do it randomly, bro. Whenever, not even tell people. Just do it, even if it's a month.
Yeah,
2
of
months,
course.
No time limit. It could be any time, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's how legally we'd even have to do it. Because if I came in and said hey, we're gonna buy $500,000 right now, then in legal terms, people would that would kind of be not legal, right? People would be all right, well, you guys are telling us what you're gonna do, in a sense. So I mean, I don't even know if that's legal or not, because it's a renounced contract. But if it weren't, then then for sure they would cause some issues. But since it's renounced, nobody owns it really, the contract. Maybe that's a little loophole, but regardless,
it's if you say we're going to burn $500,000, for example, now today, then it's insider trader information.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, and that's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not allowed. That's why it would need to happen randomly. It would need to happen undisclosed. But what I can tell you is that we are going to do it, right? Considering we hit those milestones, and considering we hit the amounts that we said. So $21 million market cap will burn $1 million worth of the gold token.
Yeah, it's bullish, man. That's bullish. I mean, we're going to. That's a lot. That's a lot. And if you gradually do it over a long period of time, then the impatient will obviously leave. That's the idea, I guess. Because automatically, like, you think, like, I've seen it happen in other projects where the devs will come and they'll be like, yo, we're gonna do this crazy stuff. Next thing you know, a shitload of buys come in, right? Obviously. And then that thing happens, it pushes up to a certain market cap. And like, you get some big buys coming in, man, like, 5K, 10K, big buys, man, because we know that you're gonna do it, bro. What you're saying, you're gonna do it. So if I go and buy 5K right now, I know you're gonna do that. So I know when the time comes, like, I'm not gonna do that. Obviously, I hold my shit, but I'm just saying, like, mentally, that's how people think. They think I'll buy in now, and then when Leo does all these buys, and then I'll just dump on everyone. So I think it's better not to even bloody tell anyone, bro, anything. Like, you can't anyway, like you said, you can't, and that's the best way. Like, just do it over a long period of time, randomly, without even mentioning it.
Exactly, because eventually it will balance itself out in a way where, like you said, all the impatient people have already been out. And I think we're already at a good place, man, where it's kind of like the people who are really involved are the people who truly want to be a part of this and truly want to be a part of the community in a sense, and kind of see this thing succeed. So I think we're in a good spot in terms of that. But yeah, man, realistically, like, I wouldn't mind getting this to a $50 million market cap, because what happens then is now you have a massive chart to be able to market, right? Like, it's one thing to market a chart that really isn't doing much, and then it's another thing to market a chart that just is looking extremely bullish, right? Not to say like our chart looks bearish, because it doesn't. It just looks like an average nice chart, but it definitely doesn't look like that bullish, holy shit, it's about to explode and tear your brain to pieces type of chart. And I think we could be able to pull that off with this idea, right? With this plan.
Yep, definitely. I mean, once you hit certain milestones as well, automatically people will start being interested. They'll be like, what the hell's going on here? Like, if you hit $1, like, people on X and everywhere, they're going to start talking about it, bro. Like, yo, this gold token just hit $1. And now it's hitting $2. What the hell? And you'll just get the organic buys just start coming in naturally, right?
Yeah, for sure. So if we were to do this here, let me see, what would it put it at? Alex told me how much it would be. Hang on, let me find it.
Leo, cousin KK here.
What's up, bro?
Yo, bro, how you doing? Hey, I missed
Good,
the
brother. How about
first
you?
6 minutes of that. Yeah, I missed the first 6 minutes of that. When you get a chance, can you just give me a quick recap? I'd appreciate that. Please, you can.
Yeah, I could, or you could even go rewind it on YouTube and listen to the entire 6 minutes as well, brother.
Oh, did he start recording right from the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no problem. I got that.
Yeah, it's live now, so you can even go and listen to it now if you want.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Thank you.
Cool, bro.
Did you guys get any nice gifts from Santa this year? Or you guys haven't even opened them yet, right? Tomorrow? He's going to open it tomorrow. Not everybody opens their gifts on Christmas Eve like my family.
Yeah.
Hey, Leo, can you hear me?
Hey, yep, loud and clear.
Okay, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to the ShibaDoge family, 2 years grinding. I know people are quiet on here, but I was thinking about the idea, and I love that idea about the minting out and reinvesting into the ecosystem. I just have one question, and my bag of gold is just waiting to bloom, right? But the question I have is, would we get more bang out of like the Burn or the ShibaDoge Labs? And what I mean by that is my fare for gold is zero tax in, zero tax out. So there's nothing stopping people from, as soon as they see the injection, dumping their bag, similar to history has shown us, right? So starts pumping, they've been waiting for a while, the community becomes their profit. There are certain wallets at the top too that I have been looking at that who knows, anybody could come and jump on us. So the question that I have is, instead of injecting directly into gold, what if that is injected into Burn or the ShibaDoge Labs? For the ShibaDoge Labs, everybody benefits because 5% of buys and sell goes back to the holder, so your bag ultimately goes up. You have the tax structure that is already in place, and then the funds that's acquired from the taxes in and out of those other two can then go into the gold, raising the floor for gold. So then there's more people that tends to benefit than the first in, first out on a zero tax structure. That's just my question, not understanding the full business portfolio of this. This is just a naive question on my part.
No, it's a good question for sure. And I do agree with a lot of the points that you make. It can be possible that we maybe think about diversifying them into all three projects, maybe. But the way that this would happen is it wouldn't be a one shot. Like, we wouldn't buy $500,000 immediately, right? It would be over the course of weeks. We do it in a way where people wouldn't be able to take advantage of it. And realistically, what I would want to do is I would want to build, because obviously if you look at ShibaDoge, you'll see like it has an extremely healthy liquidity pool. I'd want to create an extremely healthy liquidity pool for gold as well, so that if, for example, like any of the top 10 wallets do what you mentioned, it wouldn't really even make a dent in the chart, right? And I think that we'd be able to pretty easily pull that off as long as we're injecting money into it, because obviously, like, the tokens that we put into it, we're not gonna sell it. It's gonna be inside of the pretty much like a gold treasury wallet that we create or something like that, and those tokens will be held in there. So it'll pretty much beef up the liquidity pool to a way, to a point where that wallet would be the number one holder, kind of like surpassing everybody. And it would just make it so that the cells won't be as volatile as well over the course of a while. But I get what you're saying. Like the zero tax doesn't benefit the community in a sense, but realistically, I think it has a lot of potential, because think about it, going from $1 million market cap to $44 million market cap, that's a 44x right there. And that's going to burn a hole in a lot of people's eyes on the internet. And in doing so, like, what other devs are doing that, right? I think it creates a extremely positive reputation for what we've got going on here. It creates a massive opportunity for the people that are already invested into the gold token. And on top of that, for like the Burn and ShibaDoge holders and for everybody else in the ecosystem, it's extremely beneficial still, because now we've got a massive pot of gold to be able to market the entire ecosystem with, right? Because we're going to be using a lot of the funds generated from that for building, marketing, and doing all kinds of cool things for the ecosystem as well. So realistically, it benefits the entire ecosystem. Obviously, if we see anything that is a flaw, we'll address it before it even becomes a problem, like any of the things that you mentioned. But yeah, this would have to happen in a structured, mapped out way where it happens over the course of a few weeks and really builds to a healthy state. And I think it's going to be all right. Like, I'm looking at the distribution for gold right now. Yeah, there are some big wallets up there, but after wallet number like 12 or 13, it really gets pretty low, right? So it's really not that big of a deal, considering wallet number one is obviously the deployer, number two is obviously the contract. I think it's not Uniswap. Uniswap is number 10. But realistically, like, 4 or 5 out of the top wallets, no, even wallet 5, 6, 7, 8, I think those are wallets that are distributed from yeah. So realistically, like the top 15 holders, if you look at like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like those are wallets that we distributed. Those are supposed to be used for marketing and things like that, which we never used them for because the opportunity never arose. Number 1 is the gold deployer. So yeah, I mean, realistically, the distribution is, in my opinion, better now than it was before. Like, I think those bad apples that I don't even want to call them bad apples. Like, they just traded, right? Like, this is part of the game. Like, people trade, whether they buy or whether they sell. Like, you can't really dictate what people do. And I've come to a conclusion that if we sit there and dwell on other people's actions, we'll never get anywhere. So we just need to focus mainly on our own actions. But I think right now the distribution is looking very, very healthy.
So with that, Leo, I can hear the conviction, and I really appreciate that. And I'm 100% behind what you are doing with the team and what the other devs are looking to do with this campaign. So I'm definitely all in. I do have a follow-up question though. So you have been with ShibaDoge for 2 years. How do you feel leading this team, and what do you feel about the next year and years to come? What's your thought on that?
My thoughts are, I think we've learned a lot over the past 2 years. I think we've seen a lot of success and we've seen a lot of failures, which is a healthy part of doing business in any part of the world. The most important thing is that we've learned a lot. If we didn't learn anything, then that would be the complete failure. But I'm still here every single day because I believe in what we've got going on here. I believe in the future of what we're building. I believe in this community. I believe in our team. I never lost hope, and I never will, unless they completely shut crypto down for good, which I don't see that happening. I think these past 2 years have been strong for us, and I think the next 2 years will be even stronger. Sure, we've hit some road bumps. Sure, we've hit some obstacles, but that's healthy. I believe that's part of what creates strong enterprises. That's what creates strong people, and that's what creates strong communities. So it just the most important thing is that we're still here. The community is still here. We're still working hard. We still have a full team. We still have people on payroll, even though we haven't been generating revenue for the past few months. We've still been out of our own pocket paying our own payroll for the entirety of the team, right? Everybody is still employed. It's because we believe in everything that we've got going on, and we have a lot of plans, and there are still things that we haven't even disclosed to the community. That there are things in the background that we're working on that are even more long-term products, in a sense, not necessarily projects, but products. I do think that the next 2 years are going to be very, very strong for our entire ecosystem.
So, Leo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I know everybody here probably know, but the thing with you guys, or devs, you guys are kind of quiet on some of the things that you do. Can you kind of just summarize the tech that you guys have delivered over the last 2 years, over the NFTs and Burn, just from a technical standpoint, some of the new techs that you guys have introduced, or labels that you've introduced? I know you've not white labeled all of it, but can you just summarize for us on the anniversary some of the things that you guys have done from a tech?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna say that we've built some things that changed the world, because truly we haven't yet, but we did build some pretty cool shit. We were able to build, obviously, our dynamic NFT system, which was, I think, first to market. Until someone proves me wrong, I think this was first to market as far as the ShibaDoge side of things. The dynamic NFTs, equipables, being able to have a open market where people are able to mint and equip and unequip those equipables and add modifiers to them as well in terms of like Warzone. That's a pretty nice achievement that we've been able to build out there, and we're actually working to white label that in the sense right now. We're trying to figure out a package to be able to kind of bundle this whole thing up and kind of like have it ready for when the next NFT push comes around, so that we can introduce it to other teams and other great projects that are out there in the world. That's one, and then obviously we've introduced the and now I actually saw another project that did this as well. I believe they launched like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, but we were the first to kind of have a liquidity backed NFT, which was the BurnCard, right? Which was up until last week when I saw another project do it, which actually I don't even know if they're legit or not. I just kind of like read their paper. We introduced the BurnCard, right, which was the first liquidity backed NFT in a sense where if you didn't want to hold the NFT anymore, you didn't have to sell it to someone else on the open market to be able to liquidate it. You could actually just press a button and it would turn into burn tokens, which had a liquidity pool, and you'd be able to have immediate liquidity. So that was a pretty cool thing that we've built. And lastly, I might be missing a couple things, but lastly, the TrueBurn functionality, where you're able to actually burn tokens off of the chain, right? Traditionally, where people burn tokens, it just goes to the dead wallet. We were able to kind of create a mechanism that burns them off the entire blockchain, right? So reducing the total supply permanently. We've all heard about minting tokens and bringing new tokens onto the blockchain, but true burning them off the blockchain was something that I don't think had been done, and we were able to kind of introduce that as well, which is pretty cool.
Thanks, Liam. Congratulations to the team on the work that you guys have done. I got one more question and then I'll shut up. We know, since you guys launched, there were a lot of projects that, some of them did extremely well, say billions and billions, some didn't. But why did you guys decide to kind of double down during the bearish period that we've gone through, rather than do like a lot of the others and just pack up and blame the market for leaving?
Well, because that's the easy thing to do, man. I think the easy thing to do is to give up. And I believe that's why a lot of people don't even get past the starting line, right? It's because they quit before they even begin. I don't believe that a market cap is the bar for your success in terms of like looking at things in a long-term view, right? We never wanted to be a one and done type of thing, right? Obviously, we want to build into this industry. We want to grow in this industry. We want a lot more than just one or two quick little pumps, right? We want to actually be a recognized name, a household name in the future of crypto. So, throwing in the flag and giving up was not an option during the bear. Yeah, we doubled down. And the reason we did that is because we wanted to make sure that we create a presence for ourselves. We wanted to make sure that we're showing our community and showing outside communities that we're serious. We're here to stay. Whether us doubling down resulted in us making or losing money, it didn't matter. None of that was part of what mattered. What really did truly matter is kind of like being able to build a legacy, where 5 years from now we'll be able to look back to this bear market that we've experienced this past year and kind of like reminisce on all the things that we did and all the good good times and all the fucked up times, and realistically, like, it's just part of our history now. And I think we're going to be in a good place come the next, like, we've been here for 2 years, and I'm kind of like doubling off on that, where in the next 2 years I think we're going to be unrecognizable. Like, I think hard work pays off, man. I'm a true believer of hard work paying off. I'm also a true believer of not seeing overnight success, right? Like, I remember a quote, I don't know who would tell me this, but somebody would always say this. They would say, oh, people always look at me like I was an overnight success, but they don't realize that I worked 10 years, worked my ass off for 10 years to become an overnight success. And that saying is stuck with me in a way where, yeah, you're never going to be an overnight success. In other people's eyes, you might be an overnight success, but they don't know that. They don't see that you've worked your ass off for X amount of years to find that success overnight. So I believe in that, and I believe that, you know, we're just going to keep grinding and keep pushing forward and keep building and keep doing cool things until that day comes. And even when that day comes, we may not even recognize it. We may still just be like, hey, we want to achieve more. And realistically, that's probably what's going to happen. But from this viewpoint right now, like, what I could say is the future looks bright. The future looks bullish. I think crypto is finally getting the attention that it deserves. And I think people like teams like us and communities like us who have been sticking around through thick and thin and being honest and being trustworthy in the space and doing things for the right reasons are going to find success very soon.
Thank you, brother, and congratulations to you and the team and the community. I know we're not always 100% agree on how and when things supposed to be, but one thing we can all agree on, man, you guys have been hustling, you guys have been working. A lot of us probably got it easy. We just park our money and we don't probably do as much work because we know you guys ain't gonna rug us. But congratulations, I know we got a lot of work to do. And congratulations for next X period. I know it's 8-year vision, but congratulations.
Yes, sir. I mean, we've knocked 2 years off that 888 vision. You know, people didn't think we'd knock 2 weeks off of it, but 2 years later, we're still here. But guys, hey, it is Christmas Eve. I do want to go and help my wife out with some of the things that she's got working on. I have 40 people coming over to my house, 32 people coming over to my house tonight. We're doing Christmas at my house. In my family, we always celebrate Christmas on the 24th, and then everybody kind of just like chills at home on the 25th and does their own thing and relaxes because everybody has their days off and stuff that day. So it's the 24th. In my family, that's Christmas. I know not everybody in the world celebrates Christmas the way that I do or we do, but I do think it's going to be a pretty nice time tonight. I did a lot of shopping last night. I got a lot of food. I'll send some pictures of what we're cooking up, but bought a lot of alcohol, so I got a lot of those funny uncles and funny cousins coming over tonight. I think we're gonna have a pretty good time. I hope you guys all have a good time, whether you're celebrating or not, or whatever holiday you guys celebrate. I hope you guys have a good one. I know I'm gonna have a great one, and maybe I'll drop in some drunk texts in the chat over the course of the next couple hours. We'll see. But I'm going to be back on here on Tuesday. And I want to have a little bit more of a in-depth discussion about some of the things I discussed today. I for sure want to do it, right? I for sure want to do it. I don't see any negative coming out of it. I only see positive coming out of minting out the rest of the ShibaArmy NFTs, and I think we're gonna be able to do it. So realistically, like, if you like the idea, it's literally starts from now, right, until like from the first NFT all the way to the last NFT, you're gonna get 2x multiplier for anybody who participates as well, on top of everything else I mentioned. But we'll talk more about it on Tuesday.
Did you say from now, Leo? Did you say?
So there's 1,848 NFTs currently remaining. So the next NFT that gets minted from this point on pretty much begins, in a sense. So you guys don't have to wait for me to put out the graphical designs. Like, you know, it literally starts from, hold on, I'll tell you right now, 10,000 minus 1,848 from 8152. You know what? We'll just even round it down to 8150. Like if you own NFT number 815051 and 52, you're already gonna get 2x multiplier on that. So whoever owns those, congratulations.
Lucky guys.
Lucky you.
Yeah, man. So you're actually officially announcing it that we're gonna do this, right?
Yeah. We're 100% going to do it. We're 100% going to do it. I just wanted to kind of like be able to announce it to a bigger audience of people that listen to the AMA on Tuesday. But I'll just announce it again on Tuesday. So realistically, like everything that I talked about today, we're gonna do it. It's official.
Nice.
We'll start pushing it more. We'll start pushing it more after Christmas, when the team pretty much gets back to work. I'll start having everybody start doing creatives and creating marketing plans around it. But yeah, it's officially started. If you guys want to participate, feel free to do so. And so
and what Believes asked you earlier, zero tax. I mean, I'll just like to say, like, even if it's zero tax, us buying on the chart is actually buying these people out. So in the long run, it's actually beneficial for a 0% tax token. So like you said, Leo, you hit the nail on the head, man. The liquidity, you're thinking about liquidity, and that's important. So if we can get the liquidity up, the big wallets are not going to really affect the project. Same with ShibaDoge, bro. Like you said, like if a big wallet sells on that, like the LP is so big, it doesn't really affect us much, you know?
Yeah, for sure, man. It won't affect it pretty much at all, I don't think. Like just it'd make a little dent, you know, like 10%, 20%, something like that, if like a Max wallet were to sell. Nothing crazy. And then look, on top of all this, on top of buying 500K and doing all that cool shit, we'd actually be able to get listed on a few exchanges as well, right? Now that I think about it, because those people that gave us the deals for being able to meet the minimum requirements, those people are still down with us, right? So if we meet those minimum requirements, we will still get listed on a ton of good exchanges on gold, which that will create a lot of opportunity for us as well. And even if we have to pay the listing fee, like we pay it, because now we have a marketing wallet to be able to pay it out of, right? So that's another nice catalyst that'll come out of all of this.
Yeah, bro. Gold can become something like massive, like big, like I'm talking Bitcoin. I'm not saying like it's gonna be Bitcoin, but I'm saying it can hit some high levels, man, like some hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean? Per token, even $1,000 per token. You know, so.
I mean, just with this plan alone, it would get it to a bare minimum of $2 per token. So think about that. That's 44x from here.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy. And the name alone, bro, gold, you know, it's a powerful name. It's a powerful name. In the bull run, I can see people seeing this token and just buying it just because of the name alone. And like you said, you've got these guys on standby, right? JNR and all these guys.
Yeah, exactly. And Roof, one thing I want to clarify is the person who mints the Vitalik NFT, I think earlier I said they get 100K. I just want to clarify that's 100K in ShibaDoge tokens that they would get, right? So
Yeah.
not 100K in ETH or USDT or anything like that. So I just want to clarify that so people don't say that they thought differently. I just want to clarify that.
You'll have to pay the 100K out of your pocket, bro.
Well,
So,
yeah.
Leo, I know you got to run with the family and all that, but what you did, last couple of weeks, getting on that big show with, I don't want to mess up his name, but that last show,
Mario.
and getting Mario and getting with the exposure where people find out who you guys are, honestly, you guys have been, what you guys are building. If we can continue some of those into 2024, because we have the spaces every day, Monday through Friday, and there's people that come on and ask questions about you guys, ask about the ecosystem, and I think some of them heard about it through that show. So congratulations. If we can keep doing those stuff, get the exposure for the ecosystem, get the exposure to go, I think we'll get there.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you guys like that. I actually enjoyed being on that show as well. In the beginning, I thought they were going to just give us like the 1 minute of talk time, and I was kind of like getting scared about that. So I was like, whoa, this isn't what we signed up for. But they gave us a good solid 30 minutes at the to close the show off. So I was pretty happy about that. And they asked some good questions. And honestly, I had pretty cool conversations in the beginning as well. So yeah, man, I'm down to do a lot more of those, whether it's with them or whether it's with other heavy hitters in the space. Like I'm down to go on, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, you will be seeing more of that in the future.
Hey, Leo, Chivo here. How's it going, man?
Chivo, what's up, bro?
Not much. Hey, one thing also, bro, I don't know if that's something that you guys can do as well. Some tweets from you guys, bro. Like you, Max, everybody, the team, from your guys' account and stuff. So that way we can have something to retweet and pop off things like that too, man. So I don't know if you guys can, kind of what we're doing right now with this whole NFT stuff, if you can just post something simple on Twitter and let us just start rating that and start chilling and start going with it, bro. That would be good as well.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You mean from the official like token pages or
token
from
pages? Yeah, the token pages. I mean, I know you guys are doing some of the token pages, but even some from yourself itself. Just having more interaction from you guys directly as well too would be a big help as well too. So that way we have
for sure, man.
So
Yeah. For sure, bro. So this year I do want to resurrect my Twitter account again. Like I went hard on Twitter for a few months, and then I got into some pretty annoying like conversations with some of the Twitter influencers that didn't sit right with me because like it was just like all of the same shit. So I completely got off Twitter on dealing with people on my personal account. But realistically, like this year is going to be different, where I'm not going to be dealing with them as much, and I'll create more of an organic audience in a sense. So yeah, man, you will be seeing me tweet a lot more from my personal account this year.
So appreciate that, bro.
Yes, sir. Other than that, guys, I am going to go and spend a bit of time helping my wife out just because she's doing everything alone right now. I will be back on here on Tuesday. I want to thank everybody for an amazing 2 years. We've came a long way, man, and we're gonna go even further. So I'm confident in that. I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to be able to do some big things in the future, and that we've pretty much are going to accomplish all of our goals. It's just a matter of time, just a matter of inching towards our goals, man. And we will set new goals as we accomplish some of the ones that are already established. So with that being said, I love every one of you guys. Thank you guys for your continuous support, day after day, year after year, week after week. You guys have been here, and obviously without you guys, there would be no community, there would be no ecosystem. So big hats off to everybody that's involved. My goal always has been to bring success to people, not only to myself and my team, but to everybody who believes in us and everybody who is a part of our ecosystem, our circle. That's always been the goal. That'll never change. So as long as we're all on the same page, I think we're going to find greatness, man. And that being said, happy 2 years to the ShibaDoge ecosystem, and hopefully 25 more years will come easily. But
888,
I love
baby.
I love you guys, man.
888.
I'm not gonna be alive for the 888, man, but I will
Bro, you
definitely
will
be
be,
alive
bro.
for another 25.
You will be, bro.
Yeah,
In the
I'll
me-
upload my brain.
we'll keep you, yeah, exactly. We'll keep you alive in the metaverse, bro. Don't worry about that.
Man, I don't think I want that.
They've got
I don't want
cloning in the
you with
metaverse.
AI and put you in
Yeah.
in the metaverse forever. There is
I
no
don't think I
escaping
want
you.
that, man. I eventually want to be done with this world. Eventually, not yet, but one day I want to rest. But
Yo,
don't turn me into an AI, bro. Yo, what's up,
Cousin
guys?
KK. Hey man, I sent you a DM just saying how much I appreciate you and the team. I can say it here, but yeah, you'll read it. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
man.
brother.
Happy 2 years.
For sure, bro. Thank you, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, guys. I'll get off. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and peace. I love you guys.
Love, peace, bro.
Thank you very much, Leo.
Leo, you can't drop without your mother, man. It's our anniversary.
I know. I was waiting for someone to say that, dude. I was waiting. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As always, if you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss Shiba, that also sucks. If you miss ShibaDoge, then for 2 years running, you fucking suck. Shit. All right, guys. I'm outie. I love you guys. Peace.
Love, peace.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays
guys.
and
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and whatever else everybody celebrates. Yeah.
Happy holidays, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Peace, love. Live stream
Thanks.
stuff.
Bye.